Hi, this is Dr. Sujata, and we are all meeting here for the fifth module of Municipal Solid Waste Management. So, in this module, we are going to discuss about the color codes for the dustbins that we are using, which has been suggested by the Pollution Control Board, and the material recovery process from the waste are going to be discussed. Now, coming to the colors of the dustbins, the Pollution Control Board of our country has suggested three colors for the dustbins. By looking at the dustbins itself, we'll be able to find out what is the waste that particular dustbin is holding. A green color is for the biodegradable waste, which you all know that biodegradability is a property of the waste that depends upon the nature of the organic substance present in the waste. The degradation process may be there in the waste. Next, the black color code is given for the e-waste, that is electronic waste, the PCs, all the laptops, the batteries, and whatever products are coming under the electronic aspects should be stored in the black color dustbin, and all the plastic and metal waste will be stored in the blue color dustbins. So each and every industry or the commercial buildings or the educational building, whatever may be under concern, must provide these color coded dustbins for storing the waste, because we can't say the biodegradable waste will be missing in the commercial area or biodegradable waste will be missing in the industrial area. We cannot predict what will be the nature of the waste that is coming out of any buildings. So all these kinds of colored dustbin must be provided to collect various kinds of waste that is generated in the particular building. Now coming to the resource recovery, see, we all are thinking that the waste which we are discarding is no way useful further. It is not so. We can recover the resource from the waste that is discarded. Let us see the definition of the resource recovery. The resource recovery using the waste is an input material to create valuable products as a new output. That is actually the resource recovery. We are going to create a new product from the waste material that has been discarded. The aim is to reduce the amount of waste generated, thereby reducing the need for landfill space and optimizing the values created from the waste will be, we can reduce it to some extent. So this is the main and foremost objective of the resource recovery. See, the municipal solid waste, from the municipal solid waste, the resources can be recovered through many processes. See, when you look upon the gasification process, the fly ash and the gas cleaning residues to the landfill can be utilized. Wastewater from the treatment and the emission to atmosphere from energy recovery processes, the generation of energy from syngas, that is synergy gas, and recovered materials and minerals. See, each and every country will be having some centralized resource recovery. So this centralized resource recovery will receive the mixed waste that are processed at the central facility. It also can useful to recover the energy from the municipal solid waste, either by reducing steam or by converting the organic components of the waste into some form of fuel. So by burning the waste in the municipal solid waste, we will be able to get some fuel. Gaseous, it can be either a gaseous form or it can be either a liquid form. Next, we are getting into the topic called source separation. It consists of programs to separate the recyclable material at the waste source and then collect them through such methods such as curbside collection, community recycling centers, industry sponsored recycling programs, commercial and industrial methods of source separation. So there are lots and lots of methodology in which the waste that has been generated can be separated at the source itself. Depending upon the house or the residential area, we may have various kinds of methodology to recover or to separate this waste that is generated. When you look into the municipal solid waste management in the United States, the public and the private organizations throughout the United States are investigating and investing in technology that will recover resources from the municipal solid waste. So the United States annually generates more than 135 million tons of municipal solid waste, and over two-thirds of the national consumption of paper, glass, and one-fifth of the aluminium and nearly one-eighth of the iron and steel will be there in the municipal solid waste. If these municipal solid waste are burnt, then the combustible portion of this waste would be equivalent to about 1.9% of the national serving energy usage of any country. Actually, there are two major methods have been identified in recovering energy and materials for recycling from MSW. They are source separation and centralized resource recovery. So by means of these two major methods, we'll be able to generate the fuel, or we can get many resources which can be used as raw material to produce a finished product. So the management policy for the MSW, which is implemented in Taiwan, for example, emphasizes to minimize the waste generation to a greater extent, and they are insisting to maximize the recyclable materials, that is recycled materials. So the total MSW generated has started to keep reducing trend since 2000 in Taiwan, decreasing from 8,72,900 tons in 2000 to 7,957,600 tons in 2010. Now you can see there is a decrease in the waste generation. The reason is they are implementing the resource recovery process. So many of the materials which can be used to produce a finished products will be actually taken from the waste, which we are actually dealt in the previous slide as resource recovery. So the generation of municipal solid waste which is entering into the landfill has abruptly reduced. So in Taiwan, we have Environment Pollution Control Board Act, that is EPA. It has final disposal including incineration, landfilling and dumping, then recycling classified into bulk waste, recycling and reuse, food waste recycling and garbage recycling. So all these treatments have undertaken by the Taiwan government. So this is a waste data for the Taiwan country in the year 2011. See this, the MSW generated is around 8,72,000 something, whereas it is incinerated is around half of the municipal solid waste incinerated, and the half is letting into the landfill, and only 1/3 or even 1/5 of the municipal solid waste generated has been dumped. See, this slide will tell you the bulk waste, food waste, garbage recycled and other methodology which can be used to recover the materials. This is the treatment methods in Taiwan: garbage recycling, incineration, then food waste recycling, bulk waste and landfill waste. Now, WT is the waste to energy. WTE is the incineration, which is designed to recover energy from the waste heat, a byproduct of the MSW incineration, to produce electricity simultaneously. So, electricity generated by this waste to energy facility is recognized as a renewable resource of energy, and it plays actually increasingly important role in the energy supply. The efficiency or the voltage which is generated here is power generation by gross calorific value. So by means of this calorific value, the Taiwan is generating much more energy for its use. And the benefits and the cost for the material recovery processing cost are being listed here. And they are also using a formula to calculate efficiency. Then this is a composition of municipal solid waste and calorific value of each municipal solid waste fraction in 2010. It consists of paper, textile, garden trimmings, food waste, plastics. It includes bags, films, bottles, food packaging, PVC and other dense plastics, rubber, leathers even. Incombustibles like iron, non-iron metal, glass, etc. So what are the categories of waste in India? In India, there are lots and lots of categories of waste that are generated every day. They are municipal solid waste, then biomedical waste, lead acid battery waste, hazardous waste, electronic waste, radioactive waste, and plastic waste. Currently under discussion is the mercury waste, then household hazardous waste, liquid waste or effluent. And what are the waste regulations in India? So the hazardous waste management and handling rules 2008 is under implementation. Then municipal solid waste management and handling rules 2000, plastic waste management and handling rules 2011, e-waste management and handling rules 2011, lead acid battery management rules are prevailing in India to regulate the waste generated. So the e-waste, as we can take this as e-waste as a resource. Electronics have a significant impact on metal demand. Worldwide sale is around 2008. So cell phones need this much of plastics actually, and PCs and laptops, and worldwide mine production and sharing is given here. So the minerals which are actually required by various country for the production of cell phones, PCs and laptops is around 23% of cobalt and 1% of copper, then 16% of lead and 3% of gold and 4% of silver. So India generates around 2.7 million tons of e-waste annually. Now let us see the salient features of e-waste rule 2011. Any producer should take the responsibility of the waste that is generated by its industry. So that is coming under the category of responsibility of producer. Then we have responsibility of the collection center. There are certain responsibilities which is vested on the collection centers also. Then responsibility of the dismantler, responsibility to the recyclers, then restriction on use of hazardous substances, ROHS. It includes hazardous substances include lead, mercury, cadmium, hexavalent chromium, polybrominated biphenyls, polybrominated biphenyl ethers. Then biomedical waste. You must understand what do you mean by biomedical waste. It means any waste which is generated during the diagnosis, treatment or immunization of human beings or animals or in research activity pertaining thereto or in the production or testing of biological etc. So most of the hazardous or infectious and general is limited to 80%, whereas hazardous and infectious waste is around 10 to 20%. Then the biomedical waste management and handling rules 1998 includes responsibility of the occupier, role of the operator of the biomedical waste facility, segregation, packaging, transportation and storage, treatment and disposal. State Pollution Control Board is a supervisory authority for the principles that has been laid out by the government. Interdepartmental advisory committee is also there. Annual report to the Central Pollution Control Board must be submitted by this supervisory authority. Concept of centralized facility will be created by the Pollution Control Board. So when you look at the waste that has been generated by various states in India, in Gujarat it is around 28.76, and in Andhra Pradesh it is 18.93, and in West Bengal it is around 4.71. All values on in tons per year. Next comes the plastic waste. So the annual generation of the plastic waste in India is around 5.6 million tons. When you see the per day plastic waste generation, it is around 15,342 tons. Delhi producing 689.5 tons, Chennai 429, Kolkata 425, Mumbai 408. 60% of the total plastic waste recycled, 40% of the total plastic were uncollected and littered in the atmosphere as such. It is left as uncollected and littered. Now, what is this EPR principle? So, the EPR principle includes energy, that is raw material acquisition. Then we are just manufacturing the materials or products, and it involves product design and manufacture. Then the product is used and consumed, and the product comes to an end. So at the end of the life of every product, this unused product discarded by the humankind can be used as a raw material by the material manufacturers. That is actually the environmental pollution principle. So the present governance are issuing many rules and regulation to the government. It is called as issue in present governance. Implementation live with the state environment department, that is state pollution control boards and urban bodies. There are multiple agencies which will coordinate the activity. Then there may be a coordination and conflict within the department. The interstate conflict, cost to regulate, lack of research and infrastructure, accountability of the agencies in informal sectors. And how to improve the scope? We can collect, transport, store, segregation and processing of the plastic waste by the municipality, land location process for the disposal facility. Then the State Pollution Control Board as well as the Central Pollution Control Board should monitor. When all these activities are undertaken in very good manner, definitely the generation of the plastic waste or the biomedical waste or the hazardous waste will be reduced, and thereby we can reduce the landfill waste which will be discarded. Thank you very much. We'll see in the next video.